when you make a loud zikr, you're making zikr in Jamaat. You understand? When you're making silent zikr, you're making silent hafi by yourself. You're not letting anyone in, you're not making your voice to come out, correct? You're going inside. When you're making the zikr in Jamaat, that's why with the zikr that you're making loud, you have to be active. You cannot be silent. It is not a silent zikr. It is not meditation. With that happening, once you pushing your voice, then your body must also move. You cannot be sleeping. You understand? It has to move. This is a different kind of zikr. Once your body starts moving, you become active. Now, when people are ready, you're going to move to what? It becomes what? Hadra. You understand? That is when you're making a zikr and you're making your whole body now to make the zikr physically. You're not just sitting down. The meaning of Hadra, it is presence. Somebody is there. Present. You're in Jamaat. Now, because it is Jamaat, it is not just this physical Jamaat. It is the others that are going to come. You can get that whether you're making a hadra or not, when it's loud zikr especially. So, when you say that you are feeling that, you're connecting to your ancestors, to the good ones. It's true. You're not there. You're not just 20, 30 people here, 50 people, 100 people. You're not. There are those ones who are always in that world. They are remembering Allah. You think they forget? No, we forget. Over there, more they're going to remember, because all the veils are lifted now. But they're going around to see where it is. Where is that light that is going to be sent down to that circle of people? Where is the light? The light is coming from there to here. When they see those lights coming, then they are rushing. Especially, as I said, majority, they're not making zikr. Used to be for over 1,000 years. Majority will be making zikr on a night like this. Especially during the time of the Ottomans. The whole empire shut down. You're making zikr. In dargahs, holy places, Kaaba, in Medina, in Quds, Jerusalem, in the different tombs, everyone's stopping. They say, now we have to stop. We have to remember Allah. What happens that time? Because Prophet ﷺ is saying, the zikr, it is a garden of paradise. He's saying to his companions, if you pass by the gardens of paradise, don't just walk past them, sit for a while. And they ask him, what is the garden of paradise? He says, people who make a circle and they remember Allah. They make a zikr. So, although in those times, times is really hard, so many ways, but still, people were behaving with the manners of those people who are in paradise. They had real manners then. They may not know so much. They may not have the technology of today or the so-called education of today, but they all have the manners, and they knew how to be in the presence of their Lord, in the presence of their Prophet, to conduct their manners in the presence of the holy ones. Because if you don't have manners in their presence, whatever you do is not accepted. Your works not accepted, your intelligence not accepted, just like Shaitan. Shaitan lost his manners. You think Allah doesn't know he did so much? He it, but because he lost his manners. So, back then they were concentrating on manners. They're not concentrating so much on knowledge. Of course there was knowledge. There was more madrasas and universities, Islamic, at that time than it is today. But everyone was receiving it properly from qualified teachers that can trace their lineage all the way back to the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Not, they don't trace their lineage from the time that that country became independent. So everyone was holding on together to the rope of Allah. They were not separating. They had a lot of knowledge back then, but the essence of knowledge, it is to have manners. Manners is not just to speak softly, to put your hand on your heart and to walk backwards. Anyone can fake that. You understand? Manners is knowing how to behave at that time, for that time. This is manners. When you're with a king, you have to show the manners to a king. You understand? When you're with your child, you have to show your manners to a child. When your father is different, your mother is different. Males is different, females is different. Everyone according to their own station. Everyone according to their own station. Definitely, meaning that you look where they are and you have to be there. It is not pulling them down or pulling them up to meet you. It's not about you. So, the essence of knowledge, it is your manners. And the man, with more knowledge that he has, he must understand more how ignorant he is. Not with more knowledge and you think you're more knowledgeable. More knowledge you have to understand that more you are ignorant. This knowledge is not coming from you. This knowledge is coming from the one who created knowledge. One of the names of Allah that we were reciting, Ya Alim, the one who creates the knowledge. And he bestows that knowledge. So if you say this knowledge is for me, or I found it, without giving credit to that one, that knowledge, instead of working for you, it will work against you. And so that knowledge must give you manners. And that manners always in the presence of a knower, because now you seek knowledge from the one who knows. Don't seek knowledge from the one who doesn't know. You ever see anyone? They're seeking knowledge and say they seek knowledge from the people who don't know? No. In this world, you don't seek knowledge from people who don't know anything. You seek knowledge from people who not only knows, they must know more than you. So, you run to seek knowledge from those ones who know. How are they going to give you that knowledge? They're going to give you that knowledge when you stand up like an arrogant one and saying that I know. They give you that knowledge when you say I don't know. I have an empty cup, please fill. If you come to that one with a full cup, that is showing more arrogance. Then why are you in his presence? Either you're going to teach him something, in which case you're not being truthful and sincere in your intention, or you're trying to challenge him. So without knowing it, you are challenging Allah, saying that I know. Allah is saying, I created you. I know what you are. I know what you're capable of doing. And these are the ways that you'll find your way back to me. Man saying, I know myself better. How much do you know of yourself? What is your name? Even your name doesn't belong to you. Your name is all given to you. Does a man ever say, this name belongs to me? It's given to you. So if the knowledge is not teaching you how much you don't know, at that time you're going to become shaitan. You're going to say, with this knowledge, I'm going to challenge you. You're not going to lose. You're not going to win anything. You're going to lose. Whatever little knowledge that you have is going to make you to become stubborn. If you're seeking knowledge, you cannot be stubborn. You go to the one who has knowledge, admitting that you don't and you want that knowledge. You don't go to the one who has knowledge and you become really stubborn with your knowledge. You're not going to learn anything. So, we come into this month of Rabiul Sani, Rabiul Akhir, new month in Islam. What we have learned from the month that has passed before. People going crazy about Mawlid. What have we learned? What about the birth of the Prophet ﷺ and the events surrounding that birth and the events surrounding that time and the people who were living at that time? What have we learned from that? What is the lesson that we've taken from that? Are we looking at that time and looking at this time and comparing? Or are we just remembering like a parrot? Every year, this is what happened. Certain things happen. And we are offering our salawats to that one, the most blessed one in divine presence. For offering a salawat, you don't have to wait until Mawlid. I'm supposed to do it every day. But if you are there remembering that time, 1400 years ago, how the whole world was sunk into darkness, the darkness of the spirit, and what the Prophet came to destroy, and what he came to raise. He came to destroy the egoistic, tyrannical oppressors, that is from individual to societies to the nations. If we understand that, when we look at the situation that is happening to us today, we are going to draw a lesson. Then the birth of the Prophet ﷺ is not just a time to be singing and dancing. It is a time to say, now, in this darkness that is happening, where do I fit in? Am I contributing to this darkness, to this jahiliyyah? Or am I taking from the light of that Prophet and to break that tyranny that is happening, that had happened that time and is happening today? You make a difference. At the very least, you're going to say, how this darkness I am behaving with this ignorance, with this stubbornness, with this oppression. How am I? Don't look around so much. Look to yourself. How am I? Am I doing all those things? I must stop. How am I tyrannizing the orphans? I must stop. How am I supporting the tyrants? Then I must stop. How am I supporting the desires in this dunya? I must stop. That time, that month is going to be very holy for you. It's going to be very precious for you. Because that is a time when you say, now I am bringing that light of the Prophet ﷺ into my life. And I'm renewing it every time his birthday is coming. And I'm saying that I'm not going to be those ones that are jahil. I'm going to be those ones that when they met the Prophet ﷺ, light entered into their hearts and into their lives. and they decide to leave all that jahil ideas and practices aside. They put that aside. If you don't, you can be singing 24 hours, nothing is going to change. You can be dancing and making zikr 24 hours, you're not changing. Society is not changing, this whole world is not changing. May Allah bring that one who's going to bring the light of the Prophet ﷺ soon, inshallah. May the darkness that we have inside of us be taken out. We're asking Allah for more strength. We are the weak ones. We're asking that we hold on to His rope, that we never separate, that we always be with those ones that He's pleased with and who loves Him. For the sake of our Shaykh, Al-Fatiha. Allah. Inshallah.